You son of a... You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Well, who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
It's not hard to take influence from filmmakers like Scorsese or Spielberg. They're both very well known and their body of work speaks for themselves. Spielberg and Scorsese took influence from filmmakers that were also very well known and are household names, such as John Ford and Orson Welles. I'm inspired by Scorsese and Spielberg a lot, but a filmmaker that has inspired me the most and has shown me a clear pathway in filmmaking and has helped to reassure me that making movies is definitely something that I want to do is not necessarily a household name yet, but is a household name in my house, and that is Jay Saunders.
I started out as an actor, and I still am an actor. Acting is my passion, but I realized as an actor, to be honest, you really don't have a lot of control as much as you want over your future. You don't have a lot of control over the final product of a movie. It doesn't even count for just you auditioning for the part either, where they break it down to, okay, when they send out those breakdowns, we're looking for this ethnicity and this age. It's very easy to get pigeonholed into something. So you really don't have a lot of control over the narrative of who you are and what you can deliver. So at that point, after being part of several productions where I really didn't feel like it displayed the best of what I can do,
What's this? You're washing off your hands, boss,
I pretty much just said, fuck it. I'm going to learn how to create my own movies, something that I'm passionate about. I'm going to learn how to move the camera. I'm going to learn how to edit, how to compose, how to write a script. I'm going to learn how to do everything so I can create these characters the way that I want to create them. I get to control my narrative of how I am seen and what the best of me is. In high school, I just happened to take a class where we were doing some Shakespeare. I did a scene from Othello, and the teacher said it was very impressive. I should consider going out for the play, and I did. And then once I came to Mason, I was originally at Mason to do structural engineering. Realized in the first week that I was gonna, probably have a heart attack. But I talked to a friend of mine who is taking a film class at another university, and she was just beaming. Oh, I get to do this, I get to do that. And I was shocked at that time. I was like, wait, you can actually do what you love? Well, the only thing that I really feel that I'm connecting with is acting, telling these stories. And I just said, okay, I'm gonna put all my eggs in one basket and take my first acting class. Harris Theater, one of the theaters that I performed my shows here at Mason, as well as in the theater building over here. I was living on campus in the dorms, and I would sneak in here at like midnight, so I would sleep on the stage, sleep where the audience was, so I could, it would help me really think about the entire show. I needed to be able to sit back and just watch the entire show in my head, and it would give me an idea of how to create these characters. I got very, very tired of the kinds of plays that they were doing in DC and realized, well, I really, really love film more than anything else. Let me jump in front of the camera. And then once I realized that, hey, people weren't telling the kinds of stories that I wanted to tell, then I gotta create them myself. The conflict that we're dealing with is always budget and logistics. You don't have a budget most of the time, especially with the low budget filmmaking, so you have to rely on everything else. your own imagination, your own creative power to be able to solve these problems. And that's where we get some of the greatest film directors, you know, for the low budget stuff. That's where we get the Sam Raimis. That's where we get the James Wans, the William Friedkins, the Eduardo Sanchez. Those are the guys who are so innovative because they were given absolutely nothing. They had worn out tools and they come up with something interesting from there. As I'm growing older, with a family, with a daughter, as a father, as a husband, as a man, you hit so many different low points, and you try to make sense of it as the best you can. What is comforting is when you go back in history and you look at Shakespeare or Homer, and you realize that there are some of the greatest minds struggled with using the best words that they possibly could to explain exactly what I am feeling right now. And that's what the human condition is. The idea that humans can relate to each other in a very personal way, regardless of race, time, gender, culture, that there's a thread that binds us. And that's the most beautiful thing that there is when it comes to creating something. And the more I'm able to create my own version of that, it makes the projects that I do something that I'm deeply passionate about and willing to spend 2 months on working on, regardless of having a budget or not, regardless of how little tools that I have, even if they're worn out. When you are able to do something like filmmaking or acting and make that something that provides, you know, it's no longer a selfish thing that you're doing for yourself. It's no longer just you chasing after your dream. What you are passionate about is making a deep impact on the people that you love and providing for the people that you love. I just pray that I'll be able to continue doing that for my entire life.